We are live. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Nest. And today is a very special day because we are going to check on out some new information about the upcoming Resident Evil game entitled Resident Evil Survival Unit. From my understanding, this is a game coming a little bit before Resident Evil 9 Requiem, and we're gonna get some more information here really soon in just 15 minutes from now, where we're going to see a lot of probably what I'm assuming we're gonna probably see some gameplay. I want to see some developer commentaries, some screenshots, and some more information about this game. So in just 15 minutes time, we're gonna be diving on into all the information that we need to know about the upcoming Resident Evil Survival Unit.
Welcome to Nest. Enjoy your visit.
So let's get into this live stream, but before we do, if you are new here, just consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the live stream to push us on out into that YouTube algorithm. So here we have, gonna transition over here, we have the Resident Evil live broadcast where they're gonna showcase a lot of stuff about the upcoming Resident Evil Survival Unit 12 minutes from now, and it's gonna be super freaking cool. I can't wait to see what we are going to get when it comes to this upcoming title. I know, so yeah, this is going to be a mobile game, so it's gonna be for your phone and all that kind of stuff. So this is gonna be interesting because I said this before, and we saw a lot of the remakes for Resident Evil, like 2, 3, and 4, as well as Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, as well as 8 Village, and they're also on mobile devices. So that's kind of interesting to see. And now they're going on ahead and making a entire game specifically for mobile. So I think that's kind of interesting to see going forward, and what they're going to exactly do with that in mind. And yeah, I have no idea what we're going to get. Again, only time will tell, and I'm pretty hyped for this. So I did talk about in a recent video like what I expect to see with this title, and there's a little bit that I'd like to see. My most wanted feature is like a bunch of characters to play as, like virtually every character in a way, if you know what I mean. Like characters from like the very beginning, like in Resident Evil 0, whether it is Billy Cohen or Rebecca Chambers, or if it's from the most recent installment, Resident Evil 8 Village, maybe with Ethan Winters and Rosemary Winters, and everybody in between. So that is something I want to see. Like, you can pick whoever you want to be and just roll with it. And I think that would be super cool to go on ahead and see. Okay, so oh my goodness, I'm so excited. 10 more minutes to go until we go on ahead and check on out the brand new information. Okay. Man, I'm so excited. I have no idea what this looks like. And I wanted to go on ahead and just 1 second here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so, oh man, it's gonna be so exciting. It's going to be so exciting. So I did have some thoughts about what this game could entail. Obviously, I have no clue yet, but there are some comparisons that I thought would be interesting to share, which I'm gonna pull up right here momentarily. So there's like two options that I can see this game maybe like becoming, if that makes sense. So there's one where I'm thinking that it's going to be somewhat like this right here. This is Classroom of the Elite, and this is one of their new mobile games. So it could be something like this. So like there's puzzles and all this. I've never played this. I don't even think it's out yet, to be honest with you. And I'm pretty sure you can play as like any character in the show that you want, if I understand correctly. Bunch of characters and all that stuff here, and like this is a little bit of gameplay footage from what I know, at least. And I think again you can play as anybody, a lot of puzzles to do. It's basically a puzzle game. if that makes sense. My other thought is this game, which is the Suicide Squad game called Special Ops, and it is actually a mobile game. Both of these that I just mentioned are mobile games, and yeah, it could either be like similar to one of these two games. I think I have no clue. Um, but this one here, it is not a puzzle. Okay, I don't know about that, but it's not like a traditional, like, Candy Crush mobile game. It is a mobile game, but there's a lot of features to it where it's not open world, but you know what I mean, where you can go, there's a map, and you can just free roam around the map kind of thing and destroy all of the bad guys trying to attack you and all that kind of stuff. And this is based on the 2016 live action movie, the very first Suicide Squad movie. And I used to play this quite a bit on like my tablet when I was a kid, way back in the day. Again, 2016 this was. So I could also see this game turning into something like this. I think it'd be really cool, where it's like a first-person sort of shooter, and but it's like in the Resident Evil sphere of stuff, and maybe it's like you can play with other people online. Like in this game, you can play as Deadshot, Harley Quinn, or Diablo. That's his name. I don't remember if this game's like multiplayer or online multiplayer. I don't remember. I feel like it might have been, but if not, it's all good. But I could also see it turning into something like this, and I would actually really like it if this turned into Special Ops right here, but in their version it'd be like Survival Unit, if that makes sense. So I think that'd be really cool, especially if you could play it with like, I don't know, 3 to 4, maybe 2 people online, like all together in one lobby, and you're just killing a bunch of random zombies. I think that'd be really cool. And you can see all your friends, like, who choose their character, you choose your character. And I think that'd be really fun. It'd be like a mobile, like almost a mobile mercenaries mode, if that makes sense. Although it won't be my dream game of like what I entailed Resident Evil The Ultimate Mercenary, which I did want to make a video about, but I never got around to doing that, actually. I wanted to, but I haven't had time to do that yet. But basically, and this has nothing to do with Survival Unit whatsoever, it has nothing to do, but I've always wanted a mercenary game where there was like a dozen maps between like Resident Evil 0 all the way to Village, like everything in between. There's like dozens of maps within, and you could choose to play, and you could play as literally every character in the franchise from Resident Evil 0 to 8. You could choose like anyone in between, and it plays similar to Resident Evil 4 Remake's Mercenaries mode. So that's like been my dream. Like, could you imagine playing, I don't know, like, let's say Ethan Winters and team, and like this could be online multiplayer too, play with your friends and all that, and you could like have Ethan team up with, let's say, Leon, for example, because in Village he was sort of the new version of Leon, just to test the waters with Resident Evil 4 formula in preparation for its remake. So I think I've always thought that would be really cool for like a PC game or like consoles as well. But this could be like a mobile version of that. I have no idea. So I'm really excited to see what Survival Unit will entail, and it's going to be starting in 5 minutes from the looks of it. Scroll back over here. Yeah, there we go. 5 minutes. I'm kind of enjoying seeing this game again. I haven't played this for so long. Again, it's an old mobile game for the Suicide Squad Special Ops. I've not played this for so long. It used to be so fun when I was a kid. This really would have made a really good port, or like a remaster on PC or consoles, where you could like up the graphics and all that kind of stuff and play with up to 3 people. I've always thought that'd be really fun. But yeah, I haven't seen this game for a long time. But I don't know why. It was a mobile game, but it was just so freaking fun, if that makes sense. Pretty okay character roster, really good gameplay for a mobile game. And I don't even remember what kind of specs I had for my tablet back in the day, but it was able to run this pretty okay. Oh, that's right, you could scroll through your weapons and all that. So Harley had a revolver and a baseball bat. I think Deadshot had like 2 sort of guns, and Diablo had his fire hands and probably something else I don't remember. But yeah, this game was so, I want to say, revolutionary for mobile games. It was so impressive. Oh yeah, and there's upgrades too. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh boy. And there's achievements too. Okay. What kind of mobile game has achievements? Can I do you guys think I can platinum Survival Unit? I wonder. I wonder. Man, it's gonna be so awesome. And I really want to see the character roster in Survival Unit. I think that's gonna be awesome. I really hope it's gonna be a lot, if that makes sense. I want to see a lot of characters, even people that we haven't seen for a while, just like Billy, for example. I think that'd be awesome. Like, I think it's inevitable that we're going to see the Resident Evil 0 remake. So I think introducing a character like Billy to, I don't know, newer fans, I guess you could call, would be a smart move and strategy to portray him through Survival Unit. Well, this bad guy's like JJ from Resident Evil 5. He's got the oh, there's 2 of them. All right, just like JJ in that case. Wow. Okay, cool. That's fascinating. Starting in 3 minutes from the looks of it, 5:57, and it's gonna start at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Oh man, this is incredible. I really miss this game. I honestly really do hope look at these bad guys. They could be like the Juavo. I don't even know what kind of bad guy. It might even be brand new bad guys too for Survival Unit. Either way, it's gonna be pretty fascinating. I wish I had like technology nowadays that could run a mobile game, but like my phone sucks. I have an iPad that doesn't turn on, and I have another phone that also sucks, if that makes sense. Whoa, big guy over there. So I really don't have anything to play that game on, or play this upcoming game, rather. And there's so many mechanics that I'm wondering what it's gonna be like. Like, I have no idea. I do honestly hope it's not gonna be like a Bloons TD Battles type deal. I really hope it doesn't like go to that territory for a mobile game. And the funny thing is, I don't think Bloons TD Battles archetype games are prominently mobile. I think they're like Flash games and you know, computer games from back in the day. So I don't know. I have no clue what this could be. But it is starting in 1 minute, so let's finish this up here. Wow. Alright then. Right on an advertisement. Okie dokie. So we're gonna scroll over here. It's gonna begin shortly, as soon as we hit 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right now it is 5:59. So all we need to do is wait a couple more seconds and we get to see all the new information about Survival Unit. I'm so excited to see. I'm gonna turn my volume up here. All the way. All the way. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Show us. Show us. We must see. We must see the Survival Unit. And there has to be a lot of characters because it's gonna be a Survival Unit, right? Here we go! Oh! Oh! Oh god, I hate when they do that. Turn that off. Sorry guys. I don't know what it is about. The stupid Premiere YouTube Premiere sound, I don't know what this is, soundtrack or what. I have no idea what it's called. But it sucks. It's so horrible. I really don't like it. Let's put on our own music, which I thought was on this whole time. I forgot to double check. Yeah, let's put on our own music. It's way better. My bad. So much preparation goes into live streams, but there's never enough. If you know, there's never enough because I think I double check everything and I don't because I thought I had the music on this whole time and then I looked and it's like, oh, it is not. What do you know? All right, 59 seconds, guys, and we get to see the brand new game. And I hope we get a release. I don't know. I don't know. Release dates would be cool, but it might be too early. I don't know. I feel like I have a prediction they're gonna release it like somewhere in the middle between now and February 2026, if that makes sense. So we're gonna get, if I recall, it is February for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. So I think they're going to release it smack dab in the middle somewhere. Or hey, I don't know. What if they release it tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, or you know, even next week? I have no clue. I don't know. Maybe we'll see release date too. All right, guys. My hopes are really high. I want to see so much. Not so much from the game, but like so much from the actual stream and information stuff. Oh god, it's so loud. All right, I'm gonna turn off my music here. So okay. Here we go. Okay, volume's up now because that music sucks. Let's do this. Give us the info. We got Capcom, we got Omniplex, and we got Joy City. Oh, wait, there's a person over there. Wait, is that a piano? Jill, play the piano. Do 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 do. Okay, here we go. Let me know how the audio is, guys. I have no clue, but I think it's okay. This is one of the OSTs. I don't remember which one though. There's so many OSTs. I don't remember which one this is. But I recognize it. Wow, good stuff. Pianos have such a... like, they're so representative of Resident Evil. Whoa, that's what Leon's gonna look like! Jill, oh my goodness, this looks incredible. So Leon and Jill. Claire, cool. Wait, what if we might get remake models for other characters like Resident Evil 5 Chris, Sheva, Carlos, my man, Ada? Dang, they look clean. Kendo, Barry? This is our first look at him in like a remake style kind of thing. Not literally, but like Becca, Marvin? We can play as Marvin? Oh, this is the roster. They're showing the roster over the piano. Oh, don't tell me there's more. There's more. Please tell me there's more characters. There needs to be more. That was like 2, 4, 6, or 8. I don't remember. I literally don't remember. We need more characters. I don't know what OST they're playing here. Oh, here we go. But I really want to know. I don't remember what it is. Resident Evil. Resident Evil Survival Unit. Oh, this is the freaking teaser image. With the rain and the umbrella sign on the road. Hello. Oh, it's a backdrop.
Hello, everyone, and thank you
Here we
for
go.
joining us today. I'm Shinji Hashimoto, the executive producer.
So Shinji
on
was
this
actually at
I'm very
Anime
pleased that I
Expo
can
2025.
finally show
The other week,
in
and
our
this is
new
where
title
Resident Evil Survival
that
Unit was
we
showcased.
have been working on
So we're
for
getting a little more
long
information
time.
here. A long
In
time.
the spring of 2022,
Oh,
I
that's right.
retired from my last job at Square Enix,
Square Enix.
joined Sony Music Entertainment. Since then, I have been working on suburb concept. That's our unique to what can be done at the Sony Music. Today, I can finally officially announce
Here we go,
one
some
of
information.
those.
One
Endeavor.
of those.
I hope that this title can offer something for fans of Resident Evil and
Resident Evil fan
new
right here.
comers to this world as well.
Man, I think this is a new OST they're showing right here. This is probably going to be in the game.
Survival Unit.
Resident
The
Evil
game
Survival
is
Unit.
Currently in development
Currently in
for
development.
mobile and is scheduled to begin. Served by the end of 2025.
7
For
gigabytes.
me,
And it's going to
this
come out in 2025?
is the first major project I launched since
Really?
leaving my previous
Oh, that's
position.
right. Yeah.
It means a lot to me personally to have this opportunity and changes myself with something I could not do before. I like this so-called
Why make Resident Evil into a
handling
strategy game?
and have a long since admired.
Hey, look, it's a
The
new game. Why
world
make
of
Resident Evil into a
Resident
strategy game?
Evil.
Resident Evil Survival Unit.
Also,
My favorite game.
we felt that the game unique survival element of surviving. With
Survival
only
element of
limited
surviving.
resources fits very well with strategy game.
Critical
Because
thinking.
of that, we chose
Most
the
Resident Evil characters can do
strategy
that.
genre
Most.
that allows players worldwide to enjoy the world of Resident Evil
Enter the
with
world.
others and different perspective to the other games. From here, let me introduce you
Here we go.
to this world first full Resident Evil for your mobile. Please enjoy this presentation till the end.
Alright. Oh, they're gonna open the castle door. Is that a reference to Resident Evil
さて、
4?
ここからのパート
Whoa.
はゲーム中でプレイヤーの拠点と
Wait,
な
there's
る
item
とある邸
boxes.
宅よりお送りします。この邸宅
The
は
appeal of Resident Evil
バイオハザー
Survival
ド
Unit.
サバイバルユニッ
There's
ト
a typewriter. Where is
プ
this
レイヤーが
area?
ゲームの進行をす
It
る
has
ため
like
の
a mixture of Resident Evil
様々な
4 and
準備を
Resident Evil 8
整え
Village
る場所
vibes.
となって
This whole
います。
background area.
本作の世界観の入り口とも言えるこのロケーションから
Guys, I might have to get a like a new
ご紹介
phone, like a
してい
really
きたい
good
と
phone,
思います。
just to play this game.
バイオハザードサバイバルユニットは
Because this time I
これまで
can't.
長い年月を
I
かけて
can't
築
play
かれてきた
it. I don't have
バイオハザード
the
シリーズの
technology to do
作
it.
品と世界観を継承しつつ原作とは異なるパラレルな物語と
This
し
is a
て
really
構
cool
成されてい
background.
る
What if this is one of the
ストラテジ
backgrounds
ー
in the
ゲーム
game?
です原作の持つ魅力や世界観の核を大切にしながらもスマートフォン向けのストラテジーゲームだからこそできる
Whoa, two different item
新しい価
boxes.
値の
One's
提供
bigger,
を目
one's
指し
smaller.
開発を進めていますそれではここでバイオハザードシリーズのプロデューサーである川田正親さんをお呼びしたいと思います長年シリーズに関わってこられた
I
お立場
recognized
か
a
ら
lot of those
本作
paintings
の
too on the
注目
wall.
してほしい点や監修においてこだわった部分などについて
A lot of
お
books
話
too.
ししていただきますそれでは川田さんよろしくお願いします
Resident Evil Survival Unit. Give us information. Dang, look at this. Hello.
バイオハザードシリーズの、プロデューサーをしております、カプコンの川田正親です。
Oh no,
こ
there's
うして
subtitles, do
こ
they?
の場に、
Oh, they do.
呼ばれ
What do you
ま
know?
して大変光栄に思っております。
Role in this project.
1996年に誕生した
Since its creation in 1996, Resident Evil has provided a unique world and experience that combines gripping horror
爽快感あるア
elements
クション要素は合わさって独自の世界観
with
と体験を
exhilarating
提
action
供して
to
きました
break through
バイオ
fear.
ハザード
Resident Evil
サ
Survival
バイバル
Unit is the result of Capcom's collaboration in
シリーズが描いて
supervising
きた世界
the
観や
world,
キャラクターの
perspective,
在り
and
方について
characters that have been portrayed throughout the series for nearly 30 years.
協力させていただいていますバイオハザードシリーズが
This marks the first time a Resident Evil entry will be fully fledged strategy game. I am very much looking forward to the game being enjoyed by fans of the series and mobile game players around the world.
私自身とても期待しています
It is truly an honor to have Kawata join us for this announcement. He is the producer of the Resident Evil series. Sharing this moment together carries great meaning for both this title and our development studio.
最初にこのプロジ
Impression
ェクト
when
について
learning
聞いた
about
時
the
は
project.
正直驚きました
When I first learned about this project, blah blah
これ
blah,
までの
we
新
had
作
to
品とは
carefully
異な
consider
る
how to
ゲー
bring
ムジャン
Resident
ルのバ
Evil
イオハザードが
into this game
どのよう
genre.
にユーザーに受け入れてもらえるものになるのか
quite different from previous
慎重に
titles
考える
and
必要
how
があ
it
りま
would
した。
perceived by
ですが、
players. However, we
橋本さん
heard
が
that
プロデューサーとして、
Hashimoto would lead the
指揮を取り、
project
さら
as
に
its
このジャ
producer,
ンルの
and
ゲー
that
ム
Joy
開発に
City, a
実績のあ
company
る
with
ジョイ
a
シティさ
proven
んに開発いた
track
だける
record
と
in
伺
this
い、
game genre would be
橋本さ
developing,
んならではの
we were
バイ
eager
オ
to
ハザ
see
ー
it
ドとして
take shape
ぜ
as a
ひ
Resident
同じに
Evil
してほしいと
title
思いま
that
す。
only Hashimoto could
ゲ
something.
ーム内容について
We
は
trust
橋本さん
Hashimoto
と
and
ジョ
Joy
イシティさん
City
を信頼
with
して
the
お任せ
game's
をし、
content.
我々は
And
バ
we're
イオハ
working
ザードの世
closely
界
with
観
them
と
to
キ
ensure
ャ
the
ラクターのあり方を
authenticity
担
of
保
the
するよ
world
う
and its
全面
characters.
的に協
And
力を
don't
させてい
forget
ただいています。
bingo. We need bingo.
作品の垣根を
I would
越えて
consider it a
多
dream
数
to
の
come
キャラクタ
true
ー
for
やクリーチャ
Resident
ーが
Evil
登場するの
fans.
で、バイオハザードファンの
As
方にと
numerous
っては
characters and
夢のような作
creatures
品
from
になるの
across
で
the
はないでしょう
series
か。
make
ゲーム
appearances.
本編ではあま
Ooh,
り出番がなか
highlights
った
of the game
キャラクター
producer
たちも活
Resident
躍す
Evil.
る
For
姿を
me,
見
it's so
て、
refreshing to see
私
characters
自身
who
も
we
とて
didn't
も
have,
新
who
鮮
didn't
な
have
気持ち
major
を
roles in the
抱
main
きます。
series. Yes, take center
ま
stage.
た本作はストラテジ
Ho
ー
ho
ゲームな
ho!
ので、
And we saw like
バイ
a
オ
few
ハ
of
ザード
those
に
too
興味があるけ
so
れども、
far, like
アクシ
Carlos
ョンゲーム
and
が苦手だ
Kendo
なという方にも
and
楽
Becca
しんでいただけるんじゃないかと思ってます。
and Marvin.
これまでのファンの方々
Very
にも
much looking forward to seeing
新しい
this
視点
world
から
from a new
本作の世界
perspective.
を楽しんでいただけるのではないかと今からとても
And I'm
楽し
sure
みにしていま
fans
す。
of the previous titles, something
川田
something.
さんありがとうございました。
Thank you,
さ
Kawata.
て続いて本
Now
作
we
の
will be
開発を
joined
務め
by
るジョイ
this
シティの
person,
プロデュー
producer
サー
at Joy City,
ドン
the
ユンさんにも加
developer
わって
of
いただ
this
きます。
title. Man, those transitions are really funny.
さて
Whoa, what is
画
this?
面は
Welcome to
RPG へと変わりました。
RPD. Nice. This is what it's gonna look like in the game?
バイオハザードを代表するステージの一つである
Iconic location of
この
Resident Evil
場所から
series and the
お届けします
setting in the next part of our announcement.
ジョイシティさんは
About developer Joy City. Joy City is one of Korea's leading game companies, having produced numerous of titles since its establishment in 1996. Nice. Its compatibilities in game development have accumulated over many years. They're gonna do an awesome job, I can already tell. Along with a deep understanding and love for Resident Evil. I can already relate.
ドンギュンさんよろしくお願いいたします。
Dong Kyung. Here he is. Welcome, welcome, my friend.
ジョイシティプロデューサー
I am Kai Dong-young, producer at Joy City. I'm truly honored to have the opportunity to be part of this project. This is a new mobile strategy game is sure to capture essence of the globally acclaimed Resident Evil series. Involvement with this title, we at Joy City have been working on the development with the hopes of adding new value to the world and the characters that fans have loved for decades. As a Resident Evil fan myself, I'm excited to proud to deliver this new Resident Evil experience. The strategy game is one of Joy City's core strengths. Genre. Now let me explain what kind of game this is and what it will look like. What is Resident Evil Survival Unit? The timeline for this story aligns with Resident Evil 2 and 3, but it unfolds in a parallel narrative. Okay, interesting. Even though it's set in a parallel world, its core elements of the original series, like the unique traits and relationships between characters, have been faithfully carried over. This way, fans of the series and strategy games alike can enjoy the game. So it's not going to be canon, but it's going to be like somewhere like that. Whoa, a hospital? Begins the protagonist awakens having been captured by... Whoa! Wait, why does this look like Ark Thompson? Wait, is this Ark? Is this Ark? Hold on. Oh, look at that little reference there. Whoa, whoa! Wait, this is from Resident Evil 2 Remake here. Well, so is this too. Same sound effects too. Whoa, I'm pretty... Wait, Claire? That has to be Ark, right? Oh, the zombies. Marvin, look at that. Whoa, this kind of looks awesome. Liquor! And zombie dogs? There's a minigun from Resident Evil 2 Remake. The mansion? What which one? There's like a million of them. Whoa, look at all this map. Probably Arc Clay, obviously, but... Whoa, a flare? Whoa. Wait, a helicopter. Who's here? I swear to God, that's Ark. He looks so similar. It's not even funny. Maybe this is a unique mansion. Oh my god. Whoa, look at all these puzzles. The merchant! Man, they're just using the word player. So you can buy stuff from the merchant. Oh my god, why are they blurring? So Jill, Leon, Claire.
각
Kendo,
캐릭터는 고유한 능력과
Barry,
특성을 지니고 있어
Becca,
플레이어는 자신의 스타일에 맞는 캐릭터
Alyssa.
조합을 구성하고 육성할 수 있습니다.
Don't tell me that's all.
이를
You
통해
just added
플레이어만의
Alyssa.
독특한 전술을 구사할 수 있도록 설계되었으니
There has to be
많은
more.
기대 부탁드립니다.
Wait, squad? So a
지금까지의
squad.
소개를 통해 게임의 전반적인 모습을
So far,
살펴보셨는데요.
small glimpses of our picture. Next up, I would like to discuss some points that fans of the Resident Evil series will be particularly interested in. About the characters in the game. As I showed you earlier, Resident Evil Survival Unit features a variety of popular characters from previous titles. Please tell me there's more. Please! Iconic characters around, man, that's so fast. Special experience for Resident Evil fans. We hope fans will enjoy this one-of-a-kind game and brought to life by drawing from many different titles in the series. Now, without any further ado, let me introduce some of the characters who are set to appear in this game. There's gonna be more! Maybe. So Leon, a fan favorite character for many players. I hope there's like skins too. Claire makes her first appearance by lending a helping hand when the player is in danger, so we saw that earlier. She's both approachable and a dependable ally throughout the game. Jill is expected to showcase her courageous side to the fullest as well. Her powerful weapon are another highlight. Carlos, my favorite. Of course we can't leave out Carlos. Personally, I really like his calm and dependable nature. Be sure to keep an eye on Carlos's role too. Marvin is a character we absolutely wanted to include in the game. Marvin, who left a strong impression on many of you, returns as a major role in this game. This act concludes our overview of the game's main framework and a few of the characters set to appear. That's strange because you showed more, like, you know? But that does fuel my brother's theory. He had a theory that Marvin, his son, would be in Resident Evil 9 Requiem. So I think this is it. If they're adding Alyssa and they're adding Marvin too, like, come on. I'm pretty sure he was onto something. A number of creatures will be appearing in the game, designed globally recognized artists. Over the years, this artist has produced many iconic works admired by video game fans worldwide. We deeply are honored that he has once again lent his talents to bring this game to life. Now please take a look at this video. Okay, let's do it. I have the privilege of knowing and working with Hashimoto for many years. This opportunity arose when he transitioned to a new company. Guest designer, creature design. Oh, okay. Yoshitaki Amano. It is unlike any game I've worked on before. It looks spectacular too. My role was to design and illustrate characters. And I felt that working on a Resident Evil game, because I have a deep appreciation for all things scary. About the concept. Though I wasn't deeply familiar with Resident Evil, my design philosophy is to avoid overthinking and instead craft a character that feels both terrifying and unique. Is this going to be an upcoming character? Guided my interpretation of the theme. That's a brand new character, unless that's Mother Miranda, which probably it is not. Seeing my character in game, I'm really looking forward, tend to enjoy watching games rather than playing them, and of course I've experienced seeing my own creations come to life in games before, but this time with such a something, there's a even greater sense of anticipation. Rather than feeling nervous, I'm filled with something. Focus point for players. When creating a character, there are always decisions you must make to shape its form. But in this case, it would have been scary in some aspects. I wanted to create a sense of unease. A shadow-like presence that hints at what the creature really is without fully revealing. Of course, my role is to create the characters, but this time it felt more like creating something, not fully something. Oh my goodness. That invokes fear through the unknown. After all, it's often far scarier, and then when the real... With that approach in mind, I began designing the character. Afterwards, I considered how, revealed and asked myself creature's presence felt when players finally see it. And I hoped to tie that moment closely with a sense of fear.
につながればいいなっていう、あまりこういう経験したこ
This
とが
is
ない
a
の
new
で、
challenge for me,
多分そういうことが僕
but
の
also to
役割
conceal
なの
it,
かな
to
って
craft an unsettling
作るだけじゃ
presence
なくて
that lingers in the
どう
unknown.
わからなく、するかみたいな、
ビュー
なんかそんなような
ビュービュー
感じでちょっと
ビュー
書いてて思いましたね。
Those blah blah blah.
いや
A
ー
message to
今
Mr.
回は本当おめでとうござい
Hashimoto.
ます。
Congratulations
デビュ
to
ーと
this
いう
new
ことで
title. I have high
すごい期待
expectations for this
しています
debut work.
橋本さんね
With
実績は
Hashimoto's
皆さん
impressive
ご存知だと思い
track
ますが
record,
でこれでどういう
I'm
ふうに
excited to
世界
see
に
how
向けて
he will
インパクトを
harness
強め
to
る
make
か
a power
確かに
impact
期待してますんで
on the
僕も
world
それ
in
の
this
ね
game. I'm
お手
truly
伝い
happy
と
to
して
be
非常に
able to support him in
幸
this
せですから
endeavor,
ぜひ皆さん
and I hope everyone will look
期待
forward
してく
to
だ
it.
さい
Ba, 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 ba. So
天
what
野
is
義孝先
this?
生
Yoshi
ありがとうございました。
Yoshitaka
本当
Amano.
にありがたいお言葉をいただき、身
So
の
what
引き
is
締ま
that
る思いです。
character?
今回私が
Had the honor of working with
前職時代
Amano
に
on
大変
many
お世話になった
projects thanks to that
ご縁から
long-standing
お声
partnership.
掛け
I
さ
was
せてい
able
た
to
だきま
invite
した
him to join us again this
そ
time.
んな先
I'm
生から
deeply honored
激
to
励のお
receive
言葉を
such
いた
words
だ
of
けたこと
encouragement
は
from him.
私たちにとって何よりも励みです。先生のご期
The
待に
entire
応
team
え
is
られ
working
るよう
tirelessly to
チ
meet
ーム
his
一同しっかりと
expectations.
作品作りに向き合ってまいります。こちらは
Now
天野
please
先
take
生
a
が
look at the
デザイン
design
を
of
手掛けた
Mortem,
麦茶
a creature inspired
Mortem
by
です
Amano's remarkable
まるで
something.
今にも浮き
It
出しそう
feels
な
as
ほど
if
の
it's
生
about
命
to come
力
to
を
life,
感じさせる
radiating
こ
a
のアー
force
トワー
of
ク
its own.
我
So
々
this is
と
going to be a new
ジョイ
character.
シティさんで
Matum or
丁
Martum?
寧
I
に
forget.
そして
Artwork
多くの
carefully
試行錯誤を経
integrated
て
into the game by
ゲーム
us
の
and
中
Joy
へと
City
落とし込んで
throughout
いま
much
す
trial and error to capture its
こ
essence.
ちらの映像
Now
を
let's
ご
take a
覧
look
くださ
at
い
this video.
天野先生に
The creatures in Resident Evil Survival Unit were brought to life by the passionate team at Joy City over a long period of dedicated work. Who's that person? Who are these characters? Using Amano's rough designs as a foundation. His art has been carefully adapted into this game, preserving the subtle details. His art, no, sorry, I was reading it. And the spirits that make it. Alright, this creature is Mortem, will play a significant role in the game's story. So this is a brand new character here. The creature, no, sorry. I keep looking forward to discovering the important role it takes on and how it draws the player deeper into the story. This guy looks awesome. What's next? What's coming next, guys? Resident Evil Survival Unit is supervised in cooperation with Capcom.
With Capcom and created with respect to the essence
never
of
mind.
Resident
Take it
Evil.
away.
As a strategy game, it makes a slight departure from the original and take an
Evolution.
outstanding approach to
It's
bring
crazy how this
you
franchise
the
has
game
evolved
on
from
a new
the
platform,
very beginning
your mobile
to
device.
now.
All companies involved developed the project together to bring their
A three-way
areas
collaboration.
of expertise. This effort results in game you see before you. We want to develop this title into
Going
more
down.
than just another game in
There
the
you
series.
go. Going down.
We want to develop
I had to
it
raise myself
into a
higher so I could
game
see the
with inherent value.
subtitles.
새로운 시도를 하면서도
Great, now I need to see him again.
본질적인
Going up.
부분들은 충실히 재현하고
Essence of
있다고
signature
더 많은
style of the
분들께서
original series have been
공감하실 수
faithfully
있도록
preserved.
저희 개발 현장에서는
Even down to the
세세한
smallest detail, this
부분까지
game has
신경을
been
기울이고
crafted
개발하고
with great
있습니다.
passion by our development something.
게임 출시까지
We can't wait
많은
for you to
기대와
experience
성원
it.
부탁드립니다.
We have overseen Resident Evil Survival Unit closely, and while this game takes a new direction, we have ensured right to the fine details that the world and characters remain true to the series' legacy. To all the fans who have supported the series over the years, I firmly believe you will enjoy this game and lose yourself once again in the world of Resident Evil.
We
hope-
this
oh,
challenge
take it
we
away.
have undertaken
Going down.
with the team will result in a new Resident Evil that will leave an impression. At the risk of
Launching in
repeating myself,
2025.
Resident Evil Survival Unit is scheduled to go live
Whoa.
by the end of 2025.
End! So it's gonna be like
And
November,
we have
October,
started
December area.
accepting registration on the official website.
Pre-registration on the
of
official
today.
website.
Please go ahead and register.
Oh, guys, you can
Also,
register now.
please follow our official social media account to stay
I'm already
in the
doing it.
loop.
I'm already
It's
doing
been
it.
an honor to share this exciting information with for the first time. We will
Awesome.
continue to provide updates
Provide updates
and
and exciting news.
news as the development moves ahead. So please stay tuned. We hope
We
you
will
look
do.
forward to Resident Evil Survival Unit. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, and it's over. And it's gonna end off with some of the piano playing from the very beginning. And man, it's killing me. What OST is that? I don't remember. I feel like it's probably the most obvious one, but then it probably won't be. do do do. There's no way they're gonna show a little more information here, are they? Imagine they do. Imagine they do, right? So as soon as the live stream ends, we're gonna have a little discussion and like go back through the gameplay segments and stuff. So stay tuned for that. I think it's probably gonna end right, probably here, around here, because it feels like the piano's starting to slow down. Unless they're gonna show anything else, which I don't think they are. I think it's just gonna end like right here. And it fades to black. Oh, Resident Evil Survival Unit coming in 2025. Pre-registration is available on their official website here. Alright, and it looks like that is it, guys. So, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty awesome. The game was sort of like what I don't know, like it sort of feels like what I was showing with that Suicide Squad Special Ops video game, somewhat. Not literally one-on-one, but okay. So let's go here. So this is our first look at the new character models for the game. Just gonna rave myself up higher here. So it looks like we have Leon. He's going to be in his Resident Evil 2 remake attire, and he's kind of got that classic PNG here, obviously in the game style, with his Matilda pistol and also his trusty flashlight. I'm hoping there will be like skins to the game where you can play as Resident Evil 2 remake, or sorry, Resident Evil 4 remake Leon, and maybe even a Resident Evil 6 remake Leon skin, like the one with the jacket and also the Asia version. I think that'd be awesome. And then of course we also might as well mute that. Probably turn on the background music. There we go. And let's go back here. So we also have Jill, and I find it really funny that they put them side by side, because a lot of fans really like Leon and Jill together. So this is what Jill looks like. She's got her pistol here. Obviously she's got her flashlight here, just like in Resident Evil 3 Remake. And next we have Claire, if I recall. There we go, Claire. And she's got her SMG in hand and looking absolutely awesome in the red jacket. Lucky red jacket. And we also have, I forget who's next. Oh, there we go, Carlos and Ada. So those of you who don't know, Carlos is actually my favorite like male character in the entire franchise. So I'm very excited to see that Carlos is going to be in this game. So I'm so excited. I'm very curious too, because we did see a character, a playable character, but we didn't see gameplay, I don't think, of anybody else. I was starting to think at one of the points it's going to be like some sort of turn-based like Pokemon experience at one point, because I remember, I'm going to say Ark Thompson. I'm like 99% sure that's like a Resident Evil Survivor remake model-ish thing of Ark Thompson. I actually would love if Survivor got remade. I think every game should be remade. That came before Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I think eventually everything should be remade. But I'm fairly certain this is Ark Thompson. They did not give him a name, which is pretty funny, because if you know the story of Resident Evil Survivor, you'd know that he doesn't really know his name. Let's just say Ark is kind of a cuckoo bird. Or an idiot. really either one. So I'm really actually no, I don't even know. Like, do we specifically play as Arc, or do we get to choose who we play as? I don't know. I think there's a chance it might just be Arc because we saw Claire. So I don't know. So yeah, I think a skin for Carlos would be cool, like the Resident Evil 3 remake DLC where he could use his classic hair. Obviously over here we have Ada Wong in her FBI outfit here. Obviously I think there should be some skins, maybe like her regular dress, maybe the Resident Evil 4 remake 1-2, maybe Resident Evil 6 remake design 2. And yeah, super cool. She has the sunglasses on, looking absolutely awesome. Here we got Kendo and Barry. Oh, okay, that was weird. Kendo and Barry. He's got his classic shotgun, which I think we used in that Resident Evil 2 remake extra mode, where we play as him. And he's looking pretty cool. Obviously, we got Barry right next to him, holding his big Magnum. I don't remember. I don't know why. I can't tell the differences. There are differences, but I don't think I can recognize the differences between Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 5 Barry. I don't know which one this is. I can never tell the difference, but it's cool. So again, what the guy said, there's like they're going to be showcasing some characters that don't have a lot of prevalence, I guess, in the overall franchise, and these two characters are of that archetype. So it's interesting to see them get light, and it gets even more interesting because that statement really goes to heart. So they're gonna showcase, I think, another character here. Yep, we're gonna have, there we go. We're gonna have Becca from Resident Evil Resistance and Marvin from Resident Evil 2 Remake. And obviously these two are also, I guess, like, you know, they're not up there, if that makes sense, just like what they said. So it is awesome that they are including these two characters here. Obviously, it is always nice to see Becca here because, I mean, look at her. It's Becca. You can't complain. But Marvin, on the other hand, oh, by the way, I think this is the exact same design in Resident Evil Resistance. But yeah, moving over to Marvin though. Again, I talked about this in a previous video. My brother, full credit to him, had a theory where in Resident Evil 9 Requiem, not only would Grace Ashcroft roam around the ruins of Raccoon City, but we may also meet the potential son of Marvin Brangnaw, whoever that may be. And I think that's interesting because we did see that Alyssa Ashcroft is also going to be in this game. And I find that interesting because, obviously, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, but Marvin's here. And my brother had that crazy theory. Now I'm really starting to believe that theory. All of a sudden they're paying a lot of, like, hardcore attention to Alyssa Ashcroft and Marvin Brangnaw right here. Why? Why is that? I have so many questions. Obviously they won't be answered until the game comes out, but like that's really like hyping up that theory that my brother had, because man, now I'm really starting to think that is going to be the case. Why are they paying so much attention into like other spin-off games of those two characters now? I'm pretty sure that's the last few they showcase here, if I recall. Yeah, okay, it was. So they're gonna move on into some discussion here. The background looks super cool over here. I feel like this probably might be an area in the game. I want to go find the item boxes there and the typewriter. I want to look at the gameplay area. So let's go. Where is it? One moment. So there's Joy City over there. Oh, here we go. So this is somewhat going to be like a... Alright, let's get over here. Wow. So it's going to present like a fixed camera angle phone game. When you what is that? When you see this, what germs? And you play as this guy. From this angle, it kind of looks like James Sunderland in the Resident Evil. Silent Hill 2 remake. Doesn't it? Like, it really does to me. That's funny. So he seems to be some sort of hospital patient, waking up in a hospital. He is running around in a hospital with a flashlight. So there is a pause button up in the top right corner, which is interesting. And this archetype is very reminiscent of like the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, where we have the little objectives on the side that appear. From what I can tell, it's going to be there the entire time, unlike in the actual games where they like show up and then they just kind of like buzz off. Over here in the bottom right corner, it looks like we have an interaction area where, since the main character here is standing in front of a door, I think there's a big logo here signifying that, oh, you can interact with it, but the door's locked. Dude, there's a zombie outside the window? That's cool. Alright, interesting. So at this point, he needs to find a key. And again, I'm fairly certain this is probably a remake model of Ark Thompson. It looks exactly like him, in my opinion. If not, the remake version of him. So it looks like he's interacting with that, just like in, oh, this is classic right here. Just like how characters will like lift up that shelf in certain hallways. So once again, we can also interact with notes, just like in every other game. But here, it is no different. So it looks like, you know, I'm just gonna call him Ark. Come on, I'm just gonna do it. Ark picks up this note, and we can actually read it. And it has 4 pages here, so let's check on out what it says. And I think that it had the word cannibalism, which is interesting. Escape the hospital, find the emergency exit, and find the power console parts. So he finds the tabloid newspaper, and it says the story of a cannibal murder, which is obviously in reference to Resident Evil 1. In the early morning hours of September 25, an urgent voice called the RPD with a report of a man who looks like a homeless man. The caller reported that a hobo-like figure was attacking pedestrians north of the Rams Museum of Art. Officer responded and found a woman's body badly mutilated and dumped next to a trash can. Oh my goodness. No, that's all? Oh no, that's all we're getting? Man, it's annoying that I keep skipping to the end. That's all? That is all. So here's the power console parts, which is what we saw in the left side of the screen area, where that was one of our objectives and we had to find this item. So this is the power console parts used in the power console, it says down here. It has an interesting design, and it goes into something we saw similar to Resident Evil 2 Remake. Right over here, where I know you guys recognize this, so I assume it's going to be the exact same archetype here, where we gotta put the pieces here, or if not, it's probably going to be a puzzle where we have to literally connect the wires. Honestly, the one in Resident Evil 2 Remake didn't make too much sense to me. I don't know why. I understand the logistics of it, but just the way of doing it didn't make sense. So it looks like we saw some gameplay there, where I think what we saw on the screen was the guy's finger moving that thing up there. That's what I think we saw. Touch the panel and rotate it so that the wires are connected. Okay, that's cool. And here we have... Stop doing that. Keep skipping to the end. Maybe I should refresh. Maybe that should fix it. There we go, skip that. So we have a power... not power, what are these things called? The thing where you push the buttons in. A passcode. We got a passcode thing here. That's what it's called. So we got a passcode thing here, and it's just like what we saw similarly in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Except this time, obviously, the 2 and 3 keys are here. And it looks like we're gonna tap on these buttons here. And man, we got the code confirmation right there. I want to see what it is. So 852 something. Dang it, it didn't showcase. Okay, so this is interesting. So we're gonna be moving around the hospital. Development footage. It says development footage. So the way they're opening the doors is reminiscent of Resident Evil 1. Obviously because in a mobile game you don't have all that much space and all that kind of stuff to oh, this looks awesome. So all these models of the zombies are taken right out of like Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, if I recall. Looks like we have Claire here. She's like, get down! And Ark puts his hands up like he's about to get shot, but then he gets down, and then Claire shoots that zombie right over him as he comes crumbling down. And from the shot here, it actually looks like that Claire has a life bar. So it looks like I don't want to call them NPCs because we don't have any confirmation about that yet, but it looks like that our companion characters have life bars, and I think we probably have to maybe protect or help to protect them because they're now our teammate. But yeah, the guy did say this is going to take place in between Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, like within that sphere, and but it's not going to be in the mainline universe. It's going to be in a like an alternate universe kind of thing where that's where it takes place, but it is an alternative universe. So we have Claire here once again shooting these zombies with her SMG out on the streets, and then we missed. We go over here and we see Marvin and Claire over here, but it's interesting because we have no sight of Ark anywhere. So maybe whoever's playing is playing as Marvin, but I can see some. Oh, look at this gameplay over here. So I did notice these like white circles down. There's like 3. There's one under Marvin, one over here. You guys can't see my mouse, yeah. And one over here. But now there's these red squares and this gigantic green circle. And it looks like Claire's saying, why are there so many? And you have the ability to miss enemies. There's also this thing in the bottom left corner down here where it looks like we have a minigun, which is Claire's. Oh, and she's activating it right there, and it's on a cooldown. And Marvin has whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Looks like a. Oh, maybe it's like a. Yeah, it's okay. It's that thing right here, that red and white thing. It's like a construction barrier. So maybe that's their special abilities. Looks like we have a liquor coming down here. So that noise earlier was this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so in order to attack Marvin, it looks like they have to attack through that barrier first. And that barrier also has a life bar, and it's going down really fast. So over here, it looks like we do have some sort of map area that I want to check out. Let's go back a bit. Gameplay's looking pretty good. It looks like, again, turn-based, not literally like turn-based Pokemon, or turn-based at all, but it has that sort of feel to it, but like completely edited. So it looks like on the map here we have a defense gate with the number 1 on it, and an exploration vehicle. We are in a really dark forest with some either tombstones or gates over there. Really foggy, dark everywhere. Hospital over here. So that's probably where Ark comes out of, maybe, and he has to travel through. We got a lumber mill and a few other places. Their names were just on the screen, just very briefly though. Man, what are all these places? Lumber mill, fuel facility, and a farm, and whatever was down there. So, oh my goodness, I don't know if we can roam around this map yet, because I mean there's zombies down here. So what if we can? Obviously, wait, look at that! It's Brad Vickers. Look at him. He's right here. Oh my god. So Brad's still a zombie in this. He cannot catch a break, my man. Too busy throwing today's specials at people. So yeah, I think I found another number here, the number 6. So maybe there's like, you know, zone 1, zone 6, like everything in between, probably some more. And then it like quick travels you over to that area. Maybe. I don't know. Whoa, so we have Claire here. She has a flare gun. And it looks like that is the spot where the helicopter lands, which is very funny because every Resident Evil game needs a helicopter. I love that factor, by the way, a little trend there. So it looks like she's flare signal, the helicopter comes in. It lands right here on the helipad. I think that's probably just some random pilot. I don't know if there's any significance. Oh, it's so bright. Okay, so it looks like we can maybe travel around here unless it's like a cutscene. So Ark is over there, and Claire is also here as well. She took her motorcycle here. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is insane. This looks like Ark. You can't tell me it doesn't. This is like one-on-one how I would imagine him in a Resident Evil Survivor remake. But anyway, it looks like we have Ark here. He's saying, "Is that you? Claire, thank goodness you made it." And so they go dark whenever they're not talking. Then Claire continues, "Look at you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you again. Is Kate safe too?" Who's Kate? Kate? Of course, I'm inspecting the facilities inside the mansion. Dang, it's going too fast. Facilities inside the mansion. Marvin joined us. That's what it says. Okay. Whoa, okay. Look at this stuff. So, looks like we got the character profile up here. We got Ark's image here. It looks like he probably has 4,232 bullets. Or maybe that's like the level of the gun or something like that. I have no idea. Over here, we have our currencies and maybe items. So, over here, it looks like maybe that's a bag of money. Maybe pesetas. Or maybe the Resident Evil 5 currency. I don't remember what they're called, honestly. Then we have the wooden planks featured in Resident Evil 2 Remake, and we have 700 diamonds and a plus arrow, or icon here. So, we do need to collect items, I guess, and there's an arrow over here, so I assume that there's more than just these two things there. So, I assume that plus icon allows us to purchase some things with maybe real-world money, if that makes sense. So you could purchase even more diamonds or some items and ammo. I don't know. Maybe some weapons. I don't know. But down here in the bottom left corner, though, on the other hand, we have 1 of 1. So something was just completed. Repair the lumber mill interior. So why are we? What are we doing? Interior decorating? I don't know. We're doing something. But it looks like they're going inside here. The number 2 zone, which I don't think we saw yet. And this map looks really creepy. Pretty cool though. Oh, here we go. So, upgrade, info, go to lobby. And I assume maybe maybe every number has a lobby? I don't know. Info, upgrade what though? I don't know. And then we're back in here though. Oh wait, this is gameplay. So we're right here inside. But if you guys notice, there's this green, take a look at it again. There's these green stuff going over certain items, which you can interact with. You guys see it? Right there? So, this bird cage over here, this computer, I think that, some items over here, obviously were also glowing green. And there's a lot of references here to go over too. So, obviously we have the item boxes, very prevalent in a bunch of video games here. We got the typewriter here, which is super cool. Computer screen as well, and the little bird cages, which I believe were only in Resident Evil 7 and 8, if I recall. We got the American flag up here too. And obviously we got a ton of paintings up here. I don't know if any of them are significant. I could definitely see this guy over here being pretty significant. What if he's that bad guy in Resident Evil 9 Requiem? I have no idea. And then it looks like over here, this is how we save, or maybe this is where we go to or unlock our chapters, because it does say we have episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6 down there. Maybe. But either way, it looks like it's going to be quite a lengthy game, and we can actually see when this was being playtested here. It was playtested in 2025, January, February, March, April, May, June? I think it says June 11th here. Well, obviously it says June 11th here. June 11th, 2025 is when this footage is from. And right now it is July 10th. Okay, here we go. So, looks like we got one of those bird cages here. It says number 4 on it. Okay. So number 4. I don't think these numbers have anything to do with the overall map, if that makes sense, because certain areas had numbers on them, but these are just bird cages and they have numbers on them. I think these are like how much coins you need, because up here in the top right corner, we do see that we need coins. And these might be the coins that Ethan needs to collect in order to put them into certain bird cages to unlock certain items, whether it be like a magnum or steroids or other kind of stuff. So that's what it looks like. But in here's some sort of book or grimoire that there's words on it. I just don't know what it says. And there's definitely a picture here too. It looks like it is a construction crane. But yeah, it says VI and whatever that is, Vival? I think it says something Vival, VIVA, and then L right here. Or Vival. So there's probably some words blocked over here. It might say revival or whatever might rhyme with it. Obviously we can interact with it from the looks of it, and these words say a skill book for commanders containing construction techniques. Use it to acquire new skills that increase construction speed. Okay, so it is a crane. It is a crane. So it's a skill book. So maybe you can make barricades. Is that what this is? Maybe. There's a chance. And it looks like here we got a puzzle here. I think there was a puzzle similar to this in Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. A clock stopped. The minute hand is missing. Just like the 2 and 3 keys. So, I guess, so obviously we were able to move with our fingers the hour hand, but we're missing the minute hand, so the character has to go find it. Come on, Ark, you can do it. And obviously, looks like we have the merchant return for another run, and his sprite looks absolutely incredible. I really like that like purple mist like emanating off him, because that is the color of his flame, which obviously his flame is not here. It might be somewhere in the background when we meet him. This somewhat looks like a MMO RPG, but like minus the massively multiplayer online part and role playing. It's kind of just the game of MMORPG. Anyway, forget I said that. That was dumb. Merchant is here saying, "Over here, stranger. Why don't we talk business for a bit?" Don't worry, I promise you won't regret it. And then the player, or Ark Thompson, comes in and says, "Never seen him before. Doesn't look infected, but he's not exactly normal either." That's funny. He is not normal? How dare you? Who are you? Business? What are you talking about? And this is what it looks like when you are inside the merchant's shop. And there's his purple flame! Nice! So, mysterious merchant VIP exclusive general items. At this point, the player has 1,523 diamonds, and this is what we use to purchase items. So, it looks like we have some sort of... Is that beer? It's probably beer, but like it's gonna energize you, so you can maybe move faster with the electric bolt. Or maybe this is Team Fortress 2 Demo Man. Looks like we got another grimoire over here. Okay, well that costs 300. The grimoire costs 30. Vastly less expensive. I don't know what these numbers are on the actual icons. On the bottle it says 10, but then down here is 1. Honestly, I don't even know what these could amount to. There's no way all these ones are just, he has 1 in stock. No, maybe it is, because these don't have numbers at the top. So I think he has 1 of every item in stock. But there's these numbers above that I have no idea what they do. It could be, hear me out, it could be this bottle has something to do with, again, speed, obviously, but it like ups your speed 10 notches. And this one over here, it is a book. It clearly says EXP, which is short for experience, and I think that 1k means it's going to give you like 1k more XP, maybe. Over here we got a flare, no, 2 flare guns. We got a blue one and a vastly more expensive one, a yellow one. So there's got to be some differences here. So the blue one is 500 and the yellow one is 1.5k diamonds. This one over here is another grimoire book. It is an exploration skill costing 150 diamonds, so that's gonna be interesting. He has 2 in stock from the looks of it, but one costs more than the other. So it looks like there's some books that may have something else to do? I don't know. Over here we got Field Skill, which costs 150 diamonds. And we have another one over here, which costs 500, similar to the Exploration Skill. So once again, I feel like there's probably going to be something in the more expensive one that the original one does not have. And I don't know, maybe it's a different book all entirely and has different information, or if you buy the 500 diamond currency one, then you'll get the information from the $150 one. So you'll get both for the one price, maybe. So if you want, you can kind of wait and then get the information all at once when you get enough diamonds. And last but certainly not least, we have arguably the most important thing here, which is the first aid kit. It also says 1k, so I assume it probably heals you 1k amount of health, maybe? So probably have to use it when you're really down low. And obviously it has one in stock. It costs 1,000 diamonds. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, it looks like he has his little shop table here again. Wow, so he's got vases, satchels, candles, pistols, rubble over here, a little box, a blue lantern over here, and so on, so forth. So that's pretty cool to see. Man, the merchant returnings are wild. He looks awesome. And then here we got the, I don't know what this may be. It might be your character selection screen, which I don't know because we have seen only gameplay of Ark. So this might be like, this is your selector for what kind of companion you want to bring. Maybe you can only bring 2 or maybe just 1. I don't know, companions, but let's check this out. So we are looking at Jill, full body right here. Her combat power at this moment is 16,800. Okay. Over here we have legendary Jill Valentine. What are those paper icons? But nevertheless, there are these icons down here too. And I don't know what these could be. Obviously one has to do with aiming. This one has some characters on it, like 3 people. And this is a big star. And she's level 1, and she has no area of leveling up yet. 0, and currently 0 XP. And the next, how to get to level 2 is to get 480 XP. Her squad troop count is plus 65, which I don't know what that means. And it looks like you can choose weaponry, which I've always wanted to see in a like a character selection screen. Like, I'm really hoping for like Resident Evil 5 Remake's Mercenaries mode to like give you the option to like choose what kind of weapons you want. You know, they gotta try to make it a little better than Resident Evil 4 Remake's Mercenaries anyway, so might as well do that, right? So it looks like here she can hold a pistol, a revolver or magnum of the sort, a melee weapon like a knife, or a more heavy weapon like an AK-47 or a rifle. But there's this other thing down here that's just a pistol. So why is there 2 pistols? I don't know. And it's interesting, why is everything blurred over here? It's clearly edited to be blurred. You can see the literal outline over here of the blur. So I wonder if I can identify these characters, and who does it go over? Oh no, it changes. Oh, there's other people here that we don't know yet. What? That's crazy. Hold on. So, okay, so obviously that's Jill. Hey guys, these are freaking blurry pictures. Let's identify them. I think that might be Leon. This one's definitely Carlos. I don't know who these are though. This one might be Becca, and I don't know what that is. And I don't know what that is. But yeah, anyway. Oh, she's in a subway too. That's crazy. And then over here we got Leon. And it looks like everything's the same over here on the sides, except the stats over here. He has a shield, which probably means he's going to take less damage, and he's more resilient. So that's pretty interesting. Obviously we're getting some idle animations here. Claire over here. Claire, wait a minute. She only has 2. So does Barry. Claire only has 2 of these. I want to call them perk slots. But yeah, this one has some bullets, so I assume she can hold a lot of ammo. I mean, it makes sense. She has an SMG, so I can see that. And then Robert Kendo. Wait a minute, he's epic. Why is he epic? Leon's legendary, Claire's legendary, Jill's legendary. Robert Kendo is epic. Okay, good to know. And he's standing out front of I guess Raccoon City, obviously, but cool. Oh my goodness, we got Barry standing in the Raccoon City Police Department STARS office area, and he's also epic. I know, he's epic, guys. He's epic. Ain't nobody do it like epic. He has some different perks here. He's got one that probably has him give off like really good aim, and he has this one over here, which is a skull. I don't know what this is. Maybe it means he dies easily, which I don't know why you'd put that on a perk, but it also might mean, hear me out, this is a skull, right? I think Barry might have an ability in this game where he can crack people's skulls with his skull, just like he does in Resident Evil 5. Call me crazy, but I could definitely see that happening. So that's pretty interesting. And they do showcase some more characters here, like Becca Woollett. Okay, and she also has the same thing that Claire has with the perk there with the bullets here. It looks like she's holding a rifle maybe, or an MP5. She's just standing in the area that who's standing in this area? Oh, Kendo, I think he was standing in this area. So that's interesting to see. Really cool to see Becca return. I really liked her for certain reasons. And obvious. Whoa, hold on. They did something else before they changed over to Alyssa. Whoa, okay, so... What? Wait, so everyone's at level 0 right here, pardon me. But they need to get to level 1? Maybe? I don't know. So we have Field over here, and it has a bullet and a vest, an RPD vest, and Exploration. Oh, Exploration? That's what one of the books had. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we got her gun here. We got... I don't know what that is. What is this? Oh, it's a picture of Becca. She's holding her gun, but what does it mean? I don't know. And some... Oh, that's a dartboard. Maybe that means precision. Or she literally throws darts. I don't know. Over here, level 1, Storm. Ammo. Skill description: fires 100 bullets in a fan-shaped area. Each bullet deals equal damage to 60% of attack. Upgrade preview: damage 60%, 69%, 87%, 96%, or 114%. What is this down here? It says cost. What? Costs 1 of 10 exploration. Oh, you need to buy a bunch of books, I guess, maybe. But why are some more expensive than the others? I wonder. Upgrade requirement: promote to 1-star tier 0. Okay. I'm really not understanding this whole UI here. But obviously, we only get a little snippet of it, so I don't think anyone's going to understand this yet. And then we switch to Alyssa Ashcroft from Resident Evil Outbreak. And we also get to see her whole, stuff over here. And she's also epic. Wait, was Becca epic? Yeah, she was. She was also epic. What does she have? Vizolt Toss. Throws a vial of special solution, dealing damage equal to 0 of attack in a circular area. Deals 1 more damage to plant type enemies. Damage. Man, these numbers are huge. It also costs 10. I think those are exploration ones, right? Get out of the way, subscribe thingy. Yeah, Exploration and Grimoires. Wow. And she has perks up here too. Bullets and some sort of shield. Okay. Wow, this is crazy. So I assume this is her, Resident Evil 9 Requiem model, sort of, it turned into a mobile, in the, what's it called, a survival unit, style here. So she has field level 1, and that's, her press badge. And that's her Vizolt vial over here at level 1. Interesting, okay. Man, this is all so confusing. I wonder what it's all gonna amount to, though. Man, these character models look awesome. So, okay. What is this? Form Deployment Squad? Yes! Here we go. This is where we get to, presumably, choose our squad. it is unclear if we are already playing as Arc and we're choosing 3 people to come with us. Or do we play as Leon because he is in the middle? I don't know. Like, this is what they're choosing right now. Interesting though. Let's see what this looks like filled up. Oh, hold on. Oh, they're blurring the thing. Why are they blurring? I don't get it. Why? Wait a minute. Hold on. This is why they're blurring. Guys, I think I'm noticing. I think this is Sheva Alomar right here from Resident Evil 5. I think this is Sherry Birkin from Resident Evil 6. And I think this is Jake Wesker from Resident Evil 6. Everyone on this side, I have no clue. But I think that's them. Call me crazy, but I think that's them. That's why they're blurring. They don't want to... I think they want to keep a bunch of characters as surprise. Wow, okay. I'm pretty sure those are the characters I just listed off there. Fairly certain. That's why they're clearly editing it to blur it out. But anyway, on that note, we also have the... what is it called? A UI here. And it has a few interesting things, so... Rally Hero. This is, Claire's. Those are her perks. She has traits. She's a rally leader, specialized hero. Her squad capacity, whatever that means, is 2.8k. What are these numbers though? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those are probably her abilities. Maybe click 1. No, you can't click because it's a mobile game. Pistol, SMG, another SMG, and another SMG. And they're all level 1. Okay. Wow. Oh wait, you can appoint a leader and disband formation. Disband formation. Like, you tell her to get lost? What? Man, look at that squad here. Okay. I'm pretty sure... Let's go back for a second there. I'm pretty sure there's some other information before Claire. Dang it. Dang it. It was on something else. Back. Back. Hold on. Careful. Jill Valentine. She only has 3. What's going on here? I wonder why does Claire have 4? I don't know. But it looks like she's a specialized hero. She has these things here. What are those? Batteries, dynamite, and some sort of pistol ability there. Oh man, the dynamite ability is gonna be crazy. And it's gonna show us what Leon's thing's gonna look like. Probably not. Oh my goodness, what's up here? I assume this is the character select, maybe over on the left. This is probably you choose your abilities for the characters, maybe, and then I don't know. That's probably what they all are. What are we changing over here? We got Alyssa Ashcroft. This is her press badge we saw earlier, and whatever that is. What is that? I honestly can't tell. She is infected and or aberration. What? Why is she infected? Weird. Okay. Goes back to Jill. Barry. Wait a minute, hold on. Whoa, hold on, well, look at this. Lifting weights. Okay. He's also infected in aberration. What? So, if you guys look over here, you can definitely see the character selecting, like moving, like you're tapping the characters. Interesting. They're avoiding the ones on the right, except here, but up there on the first version. Like this one, they don't touch any of these people on the right. I think it's Sheva, Sherry, and Jake. And then on the left, it's Claire and Alyssa. Jill's over here, and there's Leon. That's Barry. Wait, then who are these two? I literally can't tell. It looks kind of no, but this. Wait, are those the same icons? This one at the bottom, this one up here is the same icon, almost. Okay, interesting. And they don't show the last two down here. Weird. Okay. Okay, here's some more information here that they showcase. Wow. So, oh yeah, no, we did see this already. So man, I love the little idle animations on the characters. They look so cool. Wow. I don't remember, is that everything? Oh, and more full bodies though. Oh, we didn't see Marvin, and he's gonna showcase right here. And Carlos. So currently has some sort of both shield. He has both shield thingamabobs, perks. And Carlos is also legendary. I'm definitely maining Carlos. Yeah, my man. And who else? Who is next? Marvin, he is epic. He has the exact same perks as Carlos, but he's level 6 right now. He's on the road to level 7. He's a squad troop count, plus 500. Okie dokie then. Wow, okay. That's it. Oh yeah, this area here. So this is, start with an M, I forget the name. Wow, that's crazy. There it is. So this is a character that's going to be in the actual game. I assume it's going to be the main antagonist. Probably. I mean, look at him. Definitely a bad guy. And there was another look on the computer screens of other characters that I did want to go find and take a look at. Because there's some guy that looked like a vampire. Oh, there he is. Okay, so right here. Look at all this. Whoa. So what's this? This is a character in a hat. A black hat. I don't think it's Jill. Her BSAA attire. Because nothing's blue. Again, it might be just like the colors just aren't right at this time in development, maybe. But it could be her. That would probably signify they're adding skins, which would be super cool. That's a really cool face model there. What else over here? Oh my goodness, there's so many files. What? I can't even identify what all these are. So little. Okay. But yeah, let's go back out here. Here we go. So, over here we got Malagith. I think the name was something like that. And that was the concept over here. This is probably the finalized version. There are some other sleeves and elbows over there. I don't even know what they could be. And over here we have another character. You know, this is definitely a new character though. I don't know who this is. Yeah. No clue. So they're probably adding new characters. I do assume that character we saw wake up in the hospital is a new character, but I kid you not, he looks exactly like Ark Thompson. So I just assume it's gonna be Ark. Huh. There's a better look at her. I think this is Jill in the background here. I recognize that hairstyle. What? This is crazy though. Is there any other screens that they showcased here? Oh wait, that's one of the buildings that we saw in the map area. Okay. Other stuff. What is this? Bro looks like he's watching the Resident Evil Requiem trailer right here. What are you doing? He's like, guys, the trailer came out today. This is crazy. Okay, this is the same screen here. What else? Anything else? There's a board meeting over here. No hints. Any hints anywhere? Wow, look at this guy. This is insane. Looks like some sort of Dracula monster. And he has a freaking hole in his stomach. That's crazy. There's a full body right there. Looks absolutely incredible. And I think that's everything if I recall. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's everything. Wow. So, wow, that was Resident Evil Survival Unit, our first look into it in general. So far, it is looking really cool to me. I could see a lot of people like, you know, turned off by this, but I love Resident Evil. I love everything about it. And so far, I'm really liking what this game is looking like it's going to bring to the table for mobile players. I do appreciate that they're going a route right now where they're giving people who can only play with on mobile devices. Obviously, not everyone can afford consoles nowadays, and even a good gaming phone is pretty expensive. But I assume this game will be optimized for other devices that aren't, you know, prominent gaming devices for mobile. So I think that'll be really cool to check out the optimizations of this game. I'm always fascinated to see like how mobile games run. Not everything. I mean, like those, like Resident Evil 4 Remake. I was like genuinely shocked looking at like gameplay footage of it. I was like, how are you running this game on a phone? I'm always interested in seeing stuff like that, if that makes sense. Not like, you know, Candy Crush. I know how Candy Crush works, but stuff like Resident Evil games in the RE engine, I'm always curious to see like how they run on that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Survival Unit is going to play like, and I think we're obviously getting some more information, like they said near the ending right here. They got their social medias to keep up with, so they're probably going to release some teaser images and more information. My most hyped thing is the character roster, because I'm pretty sure I deciphered Sheva, Sherry, and Jake so far. I'm fairly certain I saw them, and those would be super cool, because this is going to be the first time ever where we see a remake model of them, if that makes sense. So that's gonna be so cool, and there's a reason why they blurred the character roster. They're hiding something, and they're keeping some characters for surprise. I'm honestly surprised that they had Alyssa and Becca here and showcased here. I'm honestly surprised they did that. I would have thought they'd, you know, come out the gate with, you know, the characters you'd expect, like Leon and Jill and Claire and Carlos. Marvin, I could see like not a reveal character. I could see him like a character you reveal off the bat. But yeah, that was really surprising. I'm really hoping we're gonna see like, you know, other characters from Resident Evil, like Luis. I want to see like 4. I want to see characters from 5, 6, 7, and 8. So far, we haven't seen anything from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everything is from 2 and 3 so far, and Outbreak and Resistance. Yeah, that's all we have, and they're blurring it. They're clearly edited it to blur it. What is it? I'm so excited for the character roster and see what the characters are gonna look like at the end of the day. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, just consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the live stream. Comment, tell me what your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Resident Evil Survival Unit? Are you a little more hyped for it now that you got to see what it's actually going to present as before? Because I do know a lot of people weren't so hyped because of, you know, they heard, oh, it's just going to be a mobile game. And man, you know, mobile games and stuff like that. So I can understand the, you know, the concern there. But I'm curious to hear, like, if you were one of those people in that boat, were you a little concerned when you before this, or is that like, you know, a little better now that you've seen actual content that this game will give you? Oh, that's right, Ada. They showed nothing of Ada other than this area here. That's right. I completely forgot about that. My goodness. Oh yeah, skins would be awesome too. I really want to see some skins for this game that you could probably buy with either real world money or diamonds, like the in-game currency. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about this game so far. I might make an analysis video, maybe breaking everything down sometime in the future. So if I do that, keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I will hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye.